South African Zulu land, traditional healers dance and sing to an ancient rhythm. They call themselves Sangomas and Inyangas, and their mission is to heal the sick using the methods of their forefathers, which are now being used to treat everything from HIV to afflictions of the mind. Around 200,000 traditional healers are operating in South Africa. They collect mostly plants, roots and herbs to treat 3/4 of the nation's population, who consult them for health and family problems or for luck. But sometimes they resort to other ingredients to increase the power of the medicine, known in Zulu as Muti.
Like rabbit, bones of rabbits, because they're clever. Even the monkey as well.
Mr. Bengu is one of the Inyangas or senior healers in these parts.
So they're all in training at the moment?
And he trains his Sangomas in the delicate art of medicine.
What sort of person makes a good Sangoma? Is it a hard question?
It is a hard question.
He believes he has a calling to heal people and specialises in treating the mentally ill.
It gives dry in my brain. Yes. It's a pills, I'm not sleeping. So I'm feeling dry. So I could brain is confused.
This process is said to drive away bad spirits, and it's working for Nellie, who's been receiving treatment here deep in KwaZulu-Natal for more than a year.
By doing that thing is the way to chase those bad spirits who are affecting them. So now we are sending those spirits back to where it belongs.
Nellie, the medicine, does it work? Do you feel better now?
Mr. Peng is very, very, very good. He says I'm right. You know, if you go to a home, if you around it, go to Mfuleni, I'm right. Go to shop, I'm right. Says feelings, I'm happy. Mr. Peng says, congratulations.
But traditional medicine isn't isolated to the deep reaches of rural South Africa.
Samsung Fed 3 SMS MMS fucking number Zako on Metro FM, Akon and Lonely.
Johannesburg is a modern symbol of the Rainbow Nation. And it's a place where two cultures are running side by side. In the townships of South Africa's biggest cities, the remnants of traditional life persist.
You know, our great-grandfathers and mothers, they didn't go to the medical doctors. There were no medical doctors by then. So they are they who are directing us. They are they who are telling us what to do. So that's why I'm a Sangoma, a traditional healer. Now he's becoming okay.
Ma Winnie treats people at her home here in Johannesburg every day, and she can hardly keep up with demand.
And now he's got kidney problems.
This young mother has already taken her baby to a Western doctor,
Inside him,
but she has more faith in the traditional healer.
You can feel her stomach. Feel it. It's hot.
Yes.
It's very hot, you can see. Yes.
So you can help?
Yes, I can help. I can help.
Day after day, people queue here for treatment for everything from the common cold to TB and AIDS. Others come for advice and to consult their ancestors.
If it's like this, it means your ancestors are going to give you money. But one day you'll come back and tell me, hey, I'm so lucky, I got a jackpot or a lotto.
Soccer official Charles Sello and his colleague Maketsi want some muti, or medicine, to help them win tomorrow's game.
First division. So I gave them this medicine. It's a luck medicine. After washing with soap, they'll take this medicine, then they speak, we are going to win today. We are going to win today. And then they wash themselves. They wash themselves. After that, they go and play. Then they'll come and tell me they've won.
What if they don't win? What explains that?
I'm definitely sure of this medicine. They are going to win this title. And I'll pray for them. I'll ask my ancestors, they must give them luck, as I'm giving them this medicine. I'm sure of it.
She seems pretty sure that you're going to win.
Yes, definitely sure. They're going to win.
But what if the other team's also got muti? Whose muti wins?
Yeah, it all depends. Which ancestors have a power. Yeah, all of them have got their ancestors, but somebody can win, another one can lose. And we believe we're going to
win. Here it's mainly herbs and other plant materials that are used to cure, along with a few animal bones. But some afflictions demand stronger remedies. A sacrifice must be made to appease the ancestors who possess this woman's body and mind. It's a confronting scene, but there's an even darker side to African traditional medicine than this. Some slaughter not animals, but people, to make the most powerful muti of all.
Those people who are using human fleshes, we usually call them abatagat. Those are witches or witch doctors. If you can use a human flesh, those people there, the owner of that dead somebody, those people are crying.
Up to 300 people a year are killed in South Africa so that their body parts can be used in traditional medicine. Most of them are children. The human ingredients are said to increase the power of the muti because they're taken from a live victim for the life essence. Salome Chokwe didn't hear her son's screams. And when she found him here, it was too late. 10-year-old Sello was out herding donkeys when he disappeared. And when he was discovered here, he was still alive, but his tiny body had been butchered. His hand, genitals, tongue and part of his brain were gone.
He was missing his hand?
Yes.
And
okay. You could see the brain, but it shows as if someone has just taken a bit of the brain.
what happened to Sello Chokwe bears all the hallmarks of a classic Muti attack. He was left alive while his body parts were harvested and probably used to bring luck to a business. But Sello died of his injuries almost a year ago, and his attackers have yet to be brought to justice.
Sello's case has frustrated police. They arrested a local traditional healer and a businessman, but they couldn't get a conviction for Sello's death. So his killers walk free. Occult crime expert Kobus Jonker says that's typical of Muti murders, which are notoriously difficult to solve.
So this is the fetus.
He was the first in South Africa to publicly acknowledge the practice, and he set up a special police unit to deal with it.
Those in Youngers who does that, they've got no compassion. It's all about money. They bloodthirsty, money mad, crazed guys, I would say.
Understanding the nature of these bizarre crimes is difficult. They seek particular body parts for very specific purposes, and the aim is not to kill, but to harvest. Hands are often buried palm up in the front yard of a business to bring in money, for example, or human muti may be mixed with herbs to smear on products for sale. The power of the muti is said to increase according to the level of pain inflicted on the victim.
Here we have a child's body. This is now a 6-year-old girl there from Port Elizabeth, down in the Eastern Cape. Now, this Sangoma believed by taking the private parts out and removing the skin there and this section of the face. And we found this in jam bottles inside of the guy's kitchen. It's been done while she's still alive, because the more she screams, the more powerful the muti is going to be.
Such killings inspire superstition, even among black police who struggle with fear of retribution from powerful traditional healers.
There's not enough police officers that can do this job, because many police officers fear these people. And many police officers will tell you straight, I don't want to get involved with investigations where Sangomas are involved.
In vast South Africa, tiny villages nestle in remote corners of the landscape, virtually cut off from the outside world. There are plenty of places for unscrupulous witch doctors to hide from the law. But acting on a tip-off, we drive deep into KwaZulu-Natal to see an Inyanga suspected of selling human remains. Cameraman Sipho Maseko arranges a consultation with the healer, who's accused of an act that's reviled by many in Zulu culture.
But then you get crooks like this, which I call witchcraft. Yeah. They are really witchcraft. In Zulu called umthakathi. Exactly. That's the group then. Those are killers. Witchcraft, they do all these dirty things.
He carries a hidden camera to capture the exchange. In this footage, he asks the healer for some muti to improve his business. He's purified with smoke and water mixed with herbs. The Inyanga then hands over what he says is a human bone. But the healer isn't keen to answer questions about his muti. Our cameraman is also given a ball of what the healer says is human fat. He asks for money and our cameraman leaves, returning with 3,000 rand, or about 600 Australian dollars. He's warned to keep the muti hidden. We don't know if the items we've just been sold are truly human. It's unusual for a healer to keep human body parts on hand because of the obvious risk of getting caught. However, back in Johannesburg, we take them to the experts at Wits University just to make sure. They've agreed to examine what we bought and to give us a verdict later. This is the country's largest muti market, and it's full of strange and wonderful ingredients for all to see.
What do you use this for?
I use this for intelezi.
For intelezi?
Yes,
What's
when
that?
I'm crushing intelezis. These are KwaZulu-Natal.
Maud Lamini is the senior Inyanga here.
It's good for steaming bath.
She explains that customers come for the animal and herbal cures offered by stallholders from all over Africa.
Intelezi like this.
So you put that in the steam bath?
You put it in the steam bath, or if you got a spook in your house.
Does it work to get rid of the spooks?
Yes, it does work. Even the fat of the horse does work for the spook.
And even here, some are openly looking for more than what's on the shelf.
Yeah, they do come and ask me about a bone of a person or a piece of the fat for a person. I said, no, I don't use the things they like that. I use the roots of the medicines. A fat of that, a person or a white person or Indian or pig, I don't use.
Back at Wits University, the experts in the anatomy department are closely analysing our purchase.
And there's no facet for the fibula, which is normally small. There.
They've decided it's animal rather than human.
Definitely not human.
But they're concerned that the transaction indicates that there's still a strong market and demand for human body parts, and they're not the only ones.
You see, these people are not fools. If it's a new man coming to him to get medicine, he's going to try to bluff him and say this is human parts and it's mixed with some sort of herbs, magical herbs, whatever. But that's just to test him. And if he comes back in 2-3 months' time, they're going to charge a much bigger amount now, a few thousand rand, much more. And then he might give him the same stuff again. And then, of course, the third time, fourth time, then he say, no, I can trust this guy. He's not going to bring the police here. I can trust him. Then, of course, this magic medicines made out of human tissue will be given to him. That's how they test most of these people in the beginning.
So we decide to return to the deep reaches of KwaZulu-Natal to confront the vendor.
Mr. Zondi. So we're from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. We're here to ask you if you're selling human muti. Are you selling human muti, sir?
The Inyanga is not pleased to see us.
Why did you sell our cameraman remains that you said were human?
He refuses to answer our questions.
I don't know where it's going.
But through an intermediary, he denies selling human parts.
Is he selling human muti?
I'm not quite sure, but it does give you things that look strange.
Like what?
Sometimes bones, things that are very scary. He says he doesn't want to talk, he doesn't sell any human meat. Okay, ask that one question. That one question, it's enough.
One question.
That one question.
Did you try to sell our cameraman human muti?
He says it does not speak to you and is saying nothing.
We leave without really getting an answer. But that's not the only one we were looking for.
We led him to.
Back at Ma Winnie's place, for the moment at least, a mother's anxiety about her child has been relieved.
Come and see the difference.
And she's sure the traditional medicine has made her baby better. On the soccer field, Ma Winnie's herbal muti is also getting the credit for results of a different kind. Charles Sello and his friends have won all their games since they bought it.
Yeah, it works because each and every time I play, my club is win and my player is perform very well.
But there's another key question that hasn't been answered. Almost a year after her son's death, Salome Chokwe is still looking for the truth. She's determined that someone will be caught, because although her child has been buried, his body is not whole, and nor is his spirit.
The child spirit is roaming around. If you cut somebody's days, her or his spirit doesn't go straight to where it must go. It's those people, they died cruel death. It was not yet time for them to die.
Young Sello's life is one of many cut short. But in the modern South Africa, tradition is alive and well, and for that, some people die.